mystery seekers, what's happening? So, haters, trolls, naysayers. This is a deeply psychological thing. If you're gonna do YouTube, you're gonna deal with this. It's gonna happen. And within my niche, the van dwelling community, I've seen it get pretty intense. You know, some guys are really, really affected by it, and I want to tell you first of all how you can overcome it as an issue to where it's no longer a problem in your life. And second of all, I want to tell you how you could use it to build your channel because believe it or not, trolls and haters are actually really beneficial to your channel. So for the sake of this conversation, I'm going to define these three naysayers, haters, and trolls differently. So naysayers are just people who disagree with you. They think your ideas suck. They think what you're doing is stupid. Whatever. They don't believe if you have some grand thing you're working towards, like, oh, you'll never do that because I've never experienced it or whatever. These are just people who just don't get what you're about, you know? So what? That's probably the majority of what people call trolls and haters. And not all of them have good social skills, or they talk in a way that might be perceived rude to you because you talk in a different way. So most of the time, that's what it is. Haters are people who come to your channel just to spew negativity and just be negative, and they're just so hurt and not passionate about anything enough to just keep working on improving their own lives that they just spew negativity all the time. Trolls are the next level on from that. They use coercive manipulation tactics to, first of all, try to get a rise out of you and try to get attention from you because they somehow feel that if they can get your attention and take up your space, that gives them some sense of joy somehow. And I don't know how that is. These are the easiest ones to get rid of, by the way. Haters are the best. Now, bear with me here. So I'm going to get to how they help you in a few minutes, but first I want to tell you how to not let them affect you, because I believe that like the greatest thing ever is freedom, and what greater freedom is there than to not let other people's opinions affect you? So when someone says anything to you, when someone judges you about anything, it has nothing to do with you. It's all them. Because here's me, here's my body, my breathing, bleeding, moving, energetic body, and here's my beliefs, here's my thoughts, here's my interpretations, okay? They're kind of separate from me. They're a filter. They are how I filter the world. So the world is filtered through my beliefs, through my perceptions, through my experiences, all these things. It's not the real world that I'm seeing. It's only my perception of the world. And it's the same thing for them. They've had their own experiences, their own interpretations, their own biases and everything else. And they've experienced something totally different from you. And it might be totally terrible. And so they might be coming just from only knowing terrible things. And that's why they only spew negativity. They don't have this spark of life, this zest, this passion for incredible things. And that's too bad. So you can forgive them for that. And you can also see that, okay, so their experiences they're filtering you through their experiences. They're not really seeing you. They're not really understanding you. And also, when people see, like, great things in you, sometimes they actually see, like, the great things, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes people who see things that are really bad actually do see things that are, like, really probably not a good thing. We all have a dark side. We all have bad habits. We all have things that we hide from ourselves and tell ourselves don't exist and all that. So haters aren't always wrong. Sometimes they're right. Sometimes they're just rude about it. So let's see here. I've got notes because I want to make sure I cover everything. Mission. Do you have a mission? Why are you doing YouTube? What is the point of this? If you have a clearly defined mission, a reason that you're doing the thing you're doing, whether it's to help people in some way, whether it's to educate people in some way, where it's to share some experience or your entire life experience through vlogging, whether it's just to make money and you're doing like tech reviews or something, you're doing some kind of review videos, or whether you're doing political videos, if you have a clear mission, if you have a clear, distinct, boom, this is what I'm doing, all those opinions start to fall off. They don't matter because you've got your mission and they just don't matter. On the other hand, if you're on YouTube to get people to like you, to feel popular, to feel wanted, to feel loved, things like this, you're in for one hell of a wild ride, man, because you're going to get it, but you're also going to get the naysayers and the haters and all this. So if you're people-pleasing and trying to please everybody, and It's easy to veer you off your mission in the direction of all the feedback you're getting. That you're gonna crash and burn, dude. That's bad news. I'm not saying don't take into consideration the feedback you get from your community, because that's amazing feedback, both positive and negative, and you should really consider it, but don't let it steer you off course from your mission. Have your mission and complete it. So, victim versus victor. It's all in your head, dude. Whether you let people and circumstances affect you negatively or whether you use them as an opportunity to grow is completely up to you. The world doesn't happen to you. The world doesn't happen for you. The world just happens, and it's up to you how you want to interpret it. So you can see this. Personally, I use this as a chance to grow, because I did have a little bit of that still relying on what other people told me, you know, the positive, negative stuff, and it drove me kind of crazy for a while, and that's how I learned a lot of this stuff. So it's really a great opportunity to practice radically being yourself and radically believing in something and sharing something and doing something you believe in, something you think is awesome, and having people tell you you suck. Because once you can break free of that oh no, maybe I do suck, you know, once you break free of that, dude, you're free. You're good to go, dude. You can do anything. You're good. So that is an amazing, this experience of YouTube can really build your confidence that way. If you choose to see it that way, if you see it as an opportunity to grow, it will be, and it will be an incredible one. So get ready to blast off. The way to win the fight with trolls is to stop fighting. If you go to every single troll, now I'm going to completely contradict myself in a minute here, but if you go to every single negative comment and you try to reason with them, you try to tell them, no, it's not, no, I'm not, you know, all this stuff, you try to say, you're a jerk, you're an a-hole, you know, all this, you're just feeding them, you're just giving them energy. They're freaking vampires, man. They want to suck your energy. They want to suck all your positive energy so that you're down in the dirt just like them, right? So don't give them nothing if you don't want them there anyway. Let's see, what do I got left? Okay, how trolls help you. This is the good stuff. If you look at the biggest channels on YouTube, part of their strategy is leveraging trolls and haters, leveraging people who come and spread negativity. And this is going to be really controversial, and a lot of people are not going to like what I'm about to say. But a lot of the big YouTubers use trolls. They use the negativity because, one, and this is a really scary psychological effect, and it's up to you to decide what you want to do with this. But once people feel sympathy towards someone, once let me explain this a different way. Okay, so say there's a YouTuber. Let me give you a pretend story. I'm going to make something up. So say there's a YouTuber who's getting attacked by these trolls. The people who follow this person and like this person are going to feel closer connected to this person by defending this person. So this negativity, this enemy, builds a community stronger. You see what I'm saying? So there's an enemy, and the community and the leader, which is the YouTuber, and the enemy brings the community and the leader closer together. And this is a really scary freaking thing. And if you do this consciously on purpose, then you are a troll. You are being manipulative. So you need to be aware that this may or may not be a moral thing. That's up to you. For me, it's not a moral thing, so I don't do it. But people leverage trolls to build their channel and to build their community. And not only that, but just analytics. We're just talking analytics here. All comments, positive or negative, all likes, all dislikes, good or bad, like or dislike, are engagement. So to YouTube, those mean that your video is doing good. If you have 1,000 likes and no dislikes, and you have, let's leave comments out, 1,000 likes, no dislikes, that's exactly the same thing as one, as far as I'm aware. I might be wrong about this, but as far as I've been able to tell, and I've done a lot of research on this, 1,000 dislikes and 0 likes is the same thing. There might be a subtle shift where dislikes may be slightly not as good as likes, but if you look at some of the top viewed videos on YouTube, they have a ton of dislikes. I'm talking millions. There's videos that have way more dislikes than likes, and they have millions and millions of views. So don't fret about dislikes. This is another level of freedom. You got to look at this just as much as comments. You got to look at the likes, dislikes thing. If you see a dislike, you're like, oh no, somebody doesn't like me. You're handing your power to them. You're saying, here's my happiness. Take care of it. You're a perfect stranger. I have no idea who you are. I know nothing about you, but here's my happiness. Take care of it. It's crazy, right? It's disgusting. So all comments are good. So when I get negative comments, unless they're like really like, if they're violent or they're like racist or something, then I'll delete them. But most of the time when I get negative comments, I leave them. And when I get a new person who is kind of, I'm not sure if they're a troll, a hater, or a naysayer, I'll throw them a bone. I'll give them a compliment and see what they're about. And if they are a troll, then they'll come back, because they'll keep trying and trying and trying. So they'll come back to all my videos and they'll keep trying to get me to react and trying to get me to react. And if they're really stupid about it, sometimes I'll leave them just like a smart-ass thing. And this isn't necessarily to get them to like respond back to me, but sometimes it kind of is. You know, if they're going to be helping my channel in this way, let them. I don't think that's so immoral. But once you start making videos, and see, here's a mistake I made, and this is how I realized this whole phenomena, by the way. I made this video a while back, you know, talking about the negativity and stuff, and I was like, hey, man, I'm just here to help people. You know, what's the problem? Why are people giving me so much negativity? And it completely blew my mind that video did better than any other video I've ever made. It got more likes, it got more comments, it got like 30 dislikes, which is hardly anything. But it also got a ton of views, like way fast. So it did better than any video I ever made. And that scared me, and that's when I realized a lot of these phenomenons. And I ended up taking it down because, one, I didn't offer any solution. It was basically just me complaining. And I didn't offer any solution. I didn't want that to be my top video. And two, I realized that, okay, if I do this and leave this video up, then my channel is built on trolls, and I'm not, or at least part of my channel, and I don't want to do that. I have too much integrity to do that. So I took it down, which I could have made a lot of money on that video, by the way. So if you're into that kind of thing and you're a troll, you could even make just a troll channel, just where you're trolling people. You could be the most controversial, disgusting person ever, and you would get a ton of feedback. So your channel would grow super fast, and you'd make a lot of money. But you'd have to sleep with that at night. And if that's you, you're free to do as you choose. I am not going to stand in anybody's way. This information, if you think about it long enough, is freely available. Anybody can figure this stuff out. I'm not a genius. So haters, trolls, and naysayers can really help you, and in a lot of ways. So there is my take on that. So I hope that's helped you guys. Check out my YouTuber playlist. I got a lot more videos coming. I got videos about gear and editing, and I think I might do one on SEO. I've got a lot more to learn on that, but I do know a lot more than it seems like a lot of people do. So I might share what I do know about that. So thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Love you, sir.